connecting.
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. It's better.
All right, fantastic. So I was saying, because I know network is messed up, and I think sometimes when I'm on these shows, my network is scrambled around where I live in Abuja. They do everything they can to frustrate interaction. So what I'm saying to you is that here is what I know about people dying in power and theories. So I covered Yaradua's illness very well as a reporter for Sahara Report. And I know this for a fact. You see, the moment somebody dies, he wields no power. No power. So the likelihood, and I'm going for statistics now, the likelihood that anybody will cover up for a dead person, like nobody will cover up for a dead Buhari, because even him, including his wife. So nobody will cover up if Buhari is dead. That much I can tell you. The second aspect of it is that, you see, the reason why people say Buhari is dead, now I want to support the death theory, is that Buhari is alive, but he's lost his cognitive abilities. For example, I know for sure that he's senile. A lot of people will tell you who know him that if you go and see him, you come back, you go back in another 2 seconds, he doesn't recognize you anymore. They use him as an effigy. It's like apparitional presidency. They use him just to cover up for all the atrocities being combined. And because they don't want his deputy to take over his duties. So that one is sure. The third part is that I don't rule out the possibility that he might have a body double. Body double is someone who acts on his behalf, whether he's sick or when he cannot perform his duty. I don't. But that Buhari we know is dead. That one, I'll tell you outrightly. The theory is very, very lucrative theory. People like it. It makes sense to say that the man is dead, because more people will believe you if you say Buhari is dead than will believe you if they say he's alive. What am I trying to tell you? Buhari is here in Abuja. They're using him, but he's not in control. That's all I can say. But he's not dead, And to add to it, which is my fourth position, even if Buhari were to be alive, like if he's in control of things, he's a wicked person, right? He's a very deceptive person. This is, if Buhari were to be 100% alert and alive and well, this is what he would do. He will send soldiers to kill people. He will encourage corruption as long as it keeps him in power. He will use bigotry to divide people. He will use ethnicity, nepotism. That's Buhari. Everything that you're seeing now, even if Buhari were to be 100% alive, this is what he would do to you. So when people say that Buhari is dead, I ask them sometimes, if he were to be alive, are you saying that this country will be better than it is? Of course not. You understand? I'm just making a point so that people, because in an attempt to make the argument that he's dead, we might even be exculpating him from to arrest somebody for it. We have to arrest Buhari for it. We can't go arrest somebody else for it, because the one who is the commander-in-chief, the one who signed to be commander-in-chief of the armed forces. So I hope you get my point.
Yes. So, cognitively decline. I absolutely believe that. It's just like somebody's asking me yesterday.
Absolute cognitive decline.
Absolutely. There's no way you can be. Okay. Go ahead. Let me let you talk.
I won't be surprised if Buhari sometimes doesn't know where he is. I know that for a fact. So, but this is how the Cabal works best. To have someone who is a figurehead, like another thing I want to say is that even in real life, Buhari is empty up here. You understand? He doesn't have anything upstairs, anyways.
I mean, we know that for all that has been going on.
Yes. So I'll tell you that for free, that he doesn't have anything upstairs. So look, and this same argument that I'm making, when I met Kanu Nnamdi Kanu in New York, and Rudolph Okonkwo was there. Dr. Chidi was there. No, Dr. Chidi, Rudolph met us as we were leaving. It's the same thing I told him. I said, look, you are promoting this theory that Buhari is dead, and that the person there is Jubril. Now, Kanu has moved from Jubril of Sudan to another Yakubu something, You know, Kanu is a very interesting friend of mine. I think Kanu does that to feed his base. He knows.
Don't get me started. I don't want them coming at me. Yeah. I think there's some, we all have to open our ears and listen to people when they're psychologically.
Listen to me, Angela. Listen to me. I asked Kanu the same question. I said, Kanu, are you saying to me that if Buhari is alive, you would have achieved the Biafran dream? He was looking at me. Are you saying that if Buhari is alive, he will not have arrested and detained you and shut up your house the way they did? I was looking at him. I said, so why are you? I think I said it online. I said it live that day. I said, what does it matter who is, whether it's Jubril or Muhammadu? Whomever is in the villa is useless. It's useless to you. It's useless to me. They don't mean well for us. So why are we promoting this theory as if it's some kind of, it's some kind of mathematical theory that's just been discovered? It doesn't matter who the person is that's in Aso Rock. That person is useless to our aspirations. But as I'd like to say, people ask, oh, let him come and address the press. When Buhari was younger, he didn't have the mental capacity to address press. So now that he's maybe 80-something years old, because I'm sure his age is fake. What do you expect?
He should be about 80-something. I don't think he's in his 70s though.
His younger sister, according to what I heard, is 82. So Buhari should be about 84.
He's in her 80s.
Yeah, so Buhari is the only person in Nigeria whose younger sister is older than. Buhari is fake. If you say Buhari is a fake person, it's a dishonest person, it's a dissembler, I will agree with you. But the man is still alive. If he were to be dead, they would have revealed it. They would have revealed it. They would have. Nigeria doesn't have that level of loyalty to be loyal. Even when you're alive, Nigerians cannot be loyal to you too much. Talk less of when you are dead. They will reveal it. Something happened. I don't know if anybody has watched this video recently. They were talking about, it was Dr. Ruben Abati. He was interviewing some guy, and he was talking about what happened to Goodluck Jonathan after he lost the election. It was a recent video. How people abandoned him immediately he lost. He's still alive, though. They say even when he finished at the swearing in and he was going to his village in Bayelsa, they did not open the presidential lounge for him because they were no longer interested in him. He's no longer in power. So if Buhari were to be dead, look, a lot of people like theories that they want to believe in. Anybody who says something contrary to it, they will insult you, they will call you kind of. But anybody who is worth the sort of what he knows and believes in will tell you the truth and move on. I'm in the business of telling people how I feel and what is truthful. And most times people insult me, they come all kinds of names. But one day, when it comes to pass, I'm the one who have to bear responsibilities for my position, not people who are just passing by. Yes.
So the one that confused me the most, it didn't confuse me because not everything I see online. See, when I listen to you, all I need is to listen to. I'm not saying I'm the most intelligent in the whole world. You have to grow your brain to know that all you need is to listen to a particular person for 5 minutes. There are people that speaks and derail from things, and there are, if you go into psychology or if you go into mental health, there are different mental health that we have that prompt some people to talk the way they talk. But it's so scary that it's a social media and you don't know who's listening and you really don't know who have their mind, who could believe everything you say. That's what is scary. So the video that was going around said Buhari was dead and buried in what they call it
Saudi Arabia.
what they call it, huh?
Yeah. Saudi
I
Arabia.
was buried in where's this country again?
Saudi
Um,
Arabia.
in Saudi Arabia. But
Yeah.
the you know, I'm not saying that is believe whatever you want to believe, but the video that he's circulating around and the pictures that came with the video is like, okay, this is not Saudi Arabia's background.
Look,
This is
Angela,
totally Nigeria background. Huh?
Angela.
Yes.
People can make up all kinds of stories they want to. Like, a lot of that's the reason why I respect Nigerians. A lot of ingenuity, you know, genius, young people, old people,
Of course.
and they do it for different. You can see it even in social media. When people want to make comments, if they see 5, 6 comments that are favorable, they just decide to go the other way because they feel like it's boring if I add another favorable comment. So I'll just say something egregious, and so that's just to be different, and then they move on with their lives. You can't question that. That's what social media has done for us as people who engage in interaction a lot is to understand that people are different, different characteristics. It's just like Facebook. Some people love Facebook for the simple reason that it allows them to put out their life albums out there. Some people just put pictures, they don't make comments. Some people make comments, they don't want to put pictures. People have different characteristics, and when you have almost a billion people on a platform, you have to deal with all kinds of things. So people will just be like, they want to say this thing. There's some people who want to just derive joy from saying, "Oh, I just abused Wole Soyinka today. Ah ha ha ha! I've just insulted Angela today." Feels cool. And then they move on. Some of them, when you meet them in real life, they're nice people, but they behave differently because it's Facebook or because they can hide behind a keyboard. So you don't have to psychoanalyze people to understand human nature. But like I said, our job is to say, look, this is what I know, this is what I believe, and this is what I understand. Put it out there. Sometimes even when people know that you're saying the truth because they have believed the wrong things for a long time, it's difficult for them to pull back because they'll look at it and say, how do I go and tell my 5,000 followers that I've been telling that Buhari is dead, that he's not dead? They will ridicule me. So they prefer to stick with that theory that they have promoted for a long time. Again, that's not for me to question what people believe and what they don't believe. We all have different belief systems. There are people who believe all kinds of things. If so, for me, if you like, you can believe in a pen. That's your right. If you like, you believe in the sky. If you like, you believe in the well. You believe in water, air, whatever it is. But my own job or my position is done when I have told you my own truth and I know it, and then I move on. Again, I'm repeating myself. I know for sure, based on what I've explained earlier, that Buhari is not dead. You see, this is Buhari. Everything you're saying about Nigeria today, the killings, the heartlessness, the nepotism, the clannishness, the bigotry, that is Buhari for you. Those are the characteristics of a living Buhari, a living organism called Buhari. Those are his characteristics. So if you say that this is not Buhari and then it's Abdul, and then it's Abubakar, in 3 weeks, you are, in my view, you are not different from the Nigerian army who says that Abubakar Shekau has died 3 times. And then they keep telling, then the guy keeps churning out videos. But my own job is not to cancel out whomever wants to believe what they want to believe. My job is to explain to you what I know, because I have information that proves that Buhari is alive and he's the one that you see on TV. I also have information that he's cognitively degraded, doesn't know much around himself, and that they're just using him as an FPG. All they do every day is to prove that he's alive. They dress him up, he comes out there. When they talk to him one on one, you could see they ask him a question, his answer is different from the question. So, and whenever he's talking, that of course, there are like 10 people at the background saying, no, 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 don't talk, don't ask him too many questions, because the man doesn't have it anymore. And no country should be saddled with such a leader, by the way.
I feel people might come at me with this. In a way, I feel sorry for him in a way, because I have worked with people with cognitively declined people. How it makes me sad that those guys, you can say turn here and they will turn, sit and they will sit, and that is the position where people are taking advantage. And Aisha Buhari, kudos to her, she has told us this. For a northern woman to come out and be bold and say, why don't you guys take control of your country? You are letting few men take control of your country. What does that tell you? That's to say, my husband is not in charge. You guys are letting people who are not even in charge take care of this country. It's as bad as somebody being, if you lost your mind, or you're cognitively declining, or when we mean cognitive, how am I going to say it in a simple language? Simple language is you don't remember things, you forget things. Dementia does that to people. Where as you grow, your brain cell, it's not as young as where you are. I want to be very respectful here, but as close to 90 or 80 something years old person is bound to happen, especially when you have it in your family history. Most of the time it will happen to most people. You will know that you cannot remember things the same way you remember things when you're 20 and when you're 45 or 50. So you can imagine if somebody has that in their family history, dementia or forgetfulness. Let me just be, try to be respectful. But it's sad that when he comes out, if that's him that they dress up to come out, he looks very frail. He looks very fragile. He looks very confused. If you ask me, that person cannot even control anything, never mind controlling 200 million. But I'll tell you right now, whoever is doing that to him, you are just as bad as you are going to get yours in whatever you are getting yours with the Lord.
Look, let me intervene, Angela.
Go ahead.
You see,
go ahead.
For a country like Nigeria, so part of the reason why you should believe this, that Buhari is alive, is that when Yar'Adua had been brain dead for 5 months, Umaru Yar'Adua, before he was smuggled into the country, and if Yar'Adua had not physically died, they would have kept him in power until his tenure expired and lied about it every day. They get the media, they get traditional rulers, they get religious leaders to lie about it. I'll give you another example because I cover this kind of things a lot. There was a governor of Taraba, who had a plane crash accident, and he had brain damage. They kept him in power. This was known by Danjuma, this Theophilus Danjuma, the billionaire. Because he didn't want his deputy to become governor, they kept him in power until the man died, until his tenure expired. This was in Taraba. Anybody can check out
We
this
are mean.
Yes, we see, Nigerians like figurehead leaders. So if for 5, and when Yar'Adua was brain dead for 5 months, they arranged a fake BBC interview with him. I don't know who did the interview.
Yes.
They arranged for him to sign a budget while nobody knew when he was already brain dead. Anything can happen, and this is part of the reason why people believe all kinds of theories when it comes to the death of Buhari. You understand? The theory that probably he's dead and he's being represented by another person. But what I can tell you is that if Buhari was physically dead, they would have revealed it. Look, nobody likes power more than an average Nigerian. Even his wife would have told the truth and said, look, my husband is dead. Let me be vice president to somebody. You understand? She would
Yeah.
rather do that because she's not, you could tell that she's not that loyal to him because he believes that the cabal is controlling him and they're using, and they almost skimmed her out. But these days, you don't hear much from the wife because the wife has been taken care of. She's chopping, as they say in Nigeria. So when you hear people say Buhari is dead and some, it's because Nigerians have been through so many of these kind of unbelievable circumstances before now, in terms of the kind of abracadabra that has happened in government. It's difficult for you to convince anybody not to believe in the impossible, right? But what is clear is this: the person who is running Nigeria, Buhari, is mentally dead, is cognitively dead, is economically dead, is politically dead, culturally dead. I even think religiously dead. But physically, I think his heart is still pumping. Some kind of, he's still physically dead. But like you said, the man looks frail. You always see when they put him out there, it's all decorative. You know, it's all decorative, and they're like just pushing him around and things like that. People I know who meet him, they'll say, we'll just be looking at you. And then sometimes he pretends to be taking notes. And then when you leave, he has forgotten what you told him. So these are things that are true. You understand? So it's just to explain to you that your point about these guys politically being wicked is true. Nigerian leaders are wicked. It's because it is very lucrative to keep an idiot in power than to keep a sharp person in power. When you say that Buhari is dead, you can also believe what Donald Trump said, that when they met, the man was lifeless. You understand?
And you didn't
Yes.
know, Donald Trump didn't know the mic wasn't off. He said, I never want to talk to this man is
Yes.
lifeless and
Yes,
dead.
lifeless.
Donald
So,
Trump said it.
so when Donald Trump tells you somebody is lifeless, you better believe it.
Donald Trump.
You understand? Because he doesn't hide his feelings. So, so, so that counts for all the position I'm raising. Yes.
Why we I mean why we what is going on in Nigeria is the intelligence are in the back seats. The
The what?
intellectuals, I should say, intellectuals are in the back seat. Why the people
Where,
that really don't have no
where there's
clue
no,
are
I don't see
driving
any,
folks?
I don't see any intellectual anywhere in the theater here. If
When
you
I say
have any
intellectual,
intellectual
I'm talking
capacity,
about the youth.
well, the youth, the fact that someone is young doesn't mean that they are
Most of the
intellectual.
youth.
Yes, but the youths have designed their own way now. They have designed their own path. And my only concern is that they sustain it because they have proven that they can fight. They have proven that they can take this battle to the next level. But I haven't seen a position yet that sustains that fight. And that's what I'm interested in for the youth. Because look at Belarus. People in Belarus have been fighting on the streets for 100 days. We have only done 3 weeks, and everybody seems to be tired and they're complaining and all that. So, but it's a good start. But when you talk about intellectuals in government, there's none. Don't mistake the pastor, vice president as intellectual. Well, because the fact that somebody is a
Oh
lawyer, is a
no.
pastor, doesn't mean election. Yeah. So
So some most of the time when people keep saying, "Oh, let him come do live video, let him come address us," aren't you guys tired of saying all that? Because he's not awoken enough to do a broadcast or something. And the
no,
people that
look.
are arranging this, I
Let,
mean,
let, let,
the
let, me,
annoying
let
part
me let me
is,
explain
why
to
do they
you.
think everybody's buying into their all those recordings and all that they are
No,
feeding the nation?
this the best he can
Everybody's
do
not
for you
dumb.
to even get Buhari. Look, to get Buhari to pronounce COVID-19, it took them 2 weeks. They did a video where he called it COVID. You understand? It's like torture. So they have to pump him up with whatever they pump him up with before he can even give broadcast. What we should look forward to in the future when we have a revolution in this country is to go all the way back and source and look for people who have done so much harm to us by deceiving Nigerians and make sure that this never repeats itself again. Because this is not the first time they are doing it. It's not the first time. They did it Yaradua's time. They did it Buhari's time. They did it Abacha's time. Abacha was sick. They kept propping him up, because it suits the agenda of the ruling class to have someone at the top who is either mentally, physically unfit, so that they can be using his name and signature. Buhari's signature is easiest to forge. You just put M in front of Buhari, you sign. You just bring one guy from Oluwole, you can sign his signature and then carry anything out on his behalf. But that's it. Forget about Buhari. What about Yaradua that was dead and they were signing? His wife was signing budget in his name in Saudi Arabia. And when they come back and the people tell them you have no right to go and sign a budget outside, they tell you they find lawyers. They find public commentators who justify it. You understand? So Nigeria is never in short supply of people who will justify any wrong. You understand? There's people who will always who will support wrong. Nigeria is never short of supply of it. Yesterday, you saw the video of a woman who was saying that he wants to go and kill and burn down Amnesty International's office.
What
You
was
understand?
that all about? Is she a mother
So
or what? Is she kidding me?
she's a mother, because when people called her, I think her phone number was revealed, and some people said they called her. According to what I saw on Twitter, the son called them back, threatening them. So she's a mother. Can you believe that
What?
anybody would do that in 2020? Hold a press conference in public, promise to kill, destroy human rights defenders. These are special categories of people. You don't mess with them. But it's not her that's doing it. It's those people in government. So we must
But
understand
why
that.
why would you allow yourself to be used that way though? Then when the when 200 million, 291 million comes at you, you want to complain. Why would you want? How much amount of money will anybody give you for you to have your children? You protect your children, but you want other people's children to be slaughtered like animals? Who does that? Because they're feeding you
So
with money. You're gonna come out and look stupid in front of the whole world. That is
question you should
that
ask
is
yourself,
that is
Angela, is why does someone like Shegun, Femi Adesina do what they do? What they do?
oh,
Garba
that's
Shehu,
another story for another day. That
Lai
man is
Mohammed. They
there's
have
something
children
wrong
too
in
now.
his.
Yeah. Femi Adesina is supposed to be a fourth square pastor,
Ah,
supposedly.
that man
Garba
makes me
Shehu prays
nauseated.
5 times a day. But they would still come out and lie and defend anything. It's the same thing. Even people who don't get paid on Facebook, there are people who are permanent trolls just defending. Some of them don't even have data. Some of them have not eaten, but they will still defend oppression, because sometimes
Oh.
oppression is so powerful that it is internalized in the minds of people. People will just adopt oppression, and they'll be defending their oppressors without being prompted. That's what they call the Stockholm Syndrome, when you fall in love with your oppressor.
You, I see, which Femi Adesina or whatever his name is. I look at him with, you're a father, and you know you are lying, and you see children being slaughtered. They are not your children, and you don't know. As much as at least that man should be about 50 or thereabout. There's no way we can be age mates. I can't be older than that man.
It's probably
what is it, 50?
Oh,
what is it, 50?
Femi Adesina will be about 60 something.
Then he's way older than me. Now, so you are going to be talking foolishly when your children are all cozy in bed and you want other people's children to be slaughtered on the street like animals. I don't understand these people. I really don't. The Nigerian government, I do not understand them. And these so-called speakers, Lai Mohammed, I saw Lai Mohammed, let's deviate from, Buhari a little bit. I saw Lai Mohammed with an interview with an international journalist who was asking him, the ICC have been asking you guys, this is what we have brought you to international court for, and this is all this evidence that we want you to give us, but you are not working with us. What are you hiding? Oh, we're not hiding anything. I don't think there's anything they tell us to give and we're not giving. Why do we make all of us look, especially us that work so hard in the Western world, why do you make all of us look foolish in front of the whole world? You say you are a Nigerian, automatically you are a liar. You say you are a Nigerian, automatically you are a thief. Even when we work so hard to educate ourselves in the Western world, running from school to work and all that, and trying to prove who we are, and we are the most hardworking people. I know some Nigerians who work 3 jobs and still pursuing degrees and degrees and degrees upon degrees. And yet you're going to ruin all that for us. You will sit there and steal all the money and lie to the international body. They know you are lying. They know. Stop the nonsense, because before you open your mouth, they are trained. They are intelligent Interpols. So before they come talk to you, they already know. They can read your face, read all your body language, and know that you are lying from the pit of hell. Look at Sowore. The woman told Sowore, it's a simple question. When a Westerner tell you it's a simple question, it's disgusting. That means you are lying. Keep quiet. It's a simple question. They ask you one question, you use one to answer one, not 100. You guys will be dancing around the bush. Now, not knowing this student, this youth has recorded everything. So this is just, when we think of Nigeria, it's just a heartache, and it's just, and you see some Nigerians cussing Sowore out upon everything he has sacrificed for it. You guys can call. It's okay.
I don't, Angela. I don't care about people insulting me.
I know you don't. I know you don't. I know that. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. And I know you don't.
This is what I spend my entire life doing, is to guarantee people's right to freely speak. And that's the future we should all be fighting for. Let people have the right.
Do you mind to take a call from Nigeria?
No problem.
Take a call. We're taking a call from Nigeria. Sowore, hold on.
Go ahead.
Hello, Nigeria. Go ahead. Hello. Hello, a call from Nigeria. Yeah, hello. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm Isa Bola by my name from Abia State calling.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. This man called Sowore. I so much love this man so much.
Thank you for loving him.
This man who called Sowore, I so much love him. Do you know why I love him? How I wish this man is from Igbo land.
It don't matter. We're not talking of tribe, though.
We will get what we want.
We are one Nigeria,
He's
though.
a man. Yes, he's a man that is fearless. I so much love him. The only thing I am saying every day, Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
So what I am saying, this man called Sowore, let him team up to make sure that our children will not suffer again in future. I don't think I will say ask him that question for him to answer, but I know that he may not answer the question because as a politician, everybody is guiding his family or his in and out. I want to know if Mr. Buhari is alive. Mr. Sowore, answer me this question. I love you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we've answered the question. I don't know how many times I can handle it. And he said something that's important. He said, if I came from Igbo land, I would have been, if you are an Igbo man and you have a sense of justice and you believe in justice, you are my brother. So, if you are Yoruba and you believe in justice, we are the same. If you are Hausa, you believe in justice, we are the same. I've done whatever I can in this life to let people recognize that, I spent a little bit of time before I was detained in Igbo land. I went to Nsukka to give a talk at the University of Nigeria in Nsukka. Spent some time in the Enugu area, and I'm asking myself, like, Igbo people are so industrious, and I know when you say this, is like you're repeating yourself. They're just looking for a nation that allowed them to be who they want to be. You understand? They want to be in Maiduguri doing what they have to do. They want to be in Kano. They want to be in Kaduna. They want to be in Lagos. They want to be in New Jersey. They want to be in Houston. In fact, if you carve out Biafra today, it will not contain the power and the brilliance and the industry of the Igbo man. Because they are not, yes, they love the homeland, Biafra, but they have conquered the world. And I'm not saying it to make any to be politically correct. I have traveled within Nigeria and traveled outside of Nigeria for 20 years collectively. And I've seen the Igbo man, just as you will find an Igbo pharmacist in Maiduguri, Gambolu in Gala, which is the border of Maiduguri and Cameroon. They said when Boko Haram sacked the place, the only man left, this was in New York Times, was an Igbo man. He was selling his medicine. They asked him, why didn't you run away? He said, he's here to do business. You understand? I went to Selma, Alabama. This is Alabama. I went to live there for maybe 2 weeks. When I was asking around, like, is there no Nigerian here? The lady who took me to Selma said, there's an Igbo man here. I said, what is he doing? He said, there's a Nigerian man here. I said, what is he doing? He said, he's the only honest pharmacist we have in town. I went to the place. Who was he? An Igbo man. You understand? You go to Houston, you're looking for a good lawyer. They'll take you to an Igbo man. So, same thing for Yoruba. I'm not saying that Yorubas are different, but Hausas themselves don't really travel because of their own culture. But if you go to their own part, they also have good people there. So, what am I trying to say? Why don't you just fight for a common humanity?
Normal, I'm not supposed to call and be. Can you hear me?
Sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you. What did you say?
I want to answer his question. The question about Buhari.
He's answering your...
Is there another caller?
Keep on doing your good work. I love you. You have fans in Igbo land. I am following you everywhere, both on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere.
I leave Abuja. Tell him, Angela, as soon as I leave Abuja, I'm coming back to Igbo land.
Yeah, online.
Okay, listen. He said as soon as he leaves Abuja, he's gonna come to Igbo land. Okay? Don't waste your data. Just keep watching, okay? Did you hear me?
So Angela, I think just let me just answer once again to these young persons who asked me,
Yeah,
is
yeah, go
Buhari
ahead.
alive or not? I've answered the question. I know that
Yes.
Buhari is alive. This heartless, wicked, inhuman Buhari is in Aso Rock. Is there as an effigy, you know. They are using him, the Cabal uses him to do whatever they have to do. Buhari came to power to just to enjoy the trappings of office, not to come and fix Nigeria. He's enjoying it. His children and his wife recently went to Dubai to go and shop for the daughter to have wedding. After the wedding, the wife came back. They went to Dubai again to go and deliver the baby of another Zara. They are enjoying their lives. They are having fun at the expense of Nigerians while they are shooting Nigerians. Yeah, you have
They
another
have
call. Go
questions for
ahead.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I think this is okay. Go ahead. This is Turkey. Oh, guys, when one person is on live, we gotta control this. Washington State. Go ahead.
Hi. So I have the question here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
For Mr. Sowore.
Go ahead. He can hear you.
Okay. So, Mr.
I can hear you
Sowore,
loud and clear.
considering the way things are now in Nigeria, yeah, like, do you think that the governments are really going to do that which is right now after the protest and, the killings and all that, because from the look of things, I don't think they came up with anything to help, reduce this whole thing going on.
Is it done with the question?
Is that your question?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Sowore.
My answer is that there is no government in Nigeria today that is willing or capable of doing anything right. What has been my position? I've asked young people who protested 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and about a week ago to go back to the streets. The only way you can get this government to answer you is to own the streets. And we haven't done enough on the streets to get results that we want. And the results that we want is bigger than what was initially sought. People are asking for NSAS. SARS is not Nigeria's biggest problem. The system is Nigeria's biggest problem. The system is criminal. So even if you end SARS, as they have told you, they will replace it with SWAT. If you end SWAT, they will replace it with another tactical unit, and their goal will be to be killing people. While we're still crying over what they did at Lekki Tollgate, where did you think they moved to? They moved to Oyibo, in River State, and started killing people. The same Nigerian army. So while you are crying about the police, the army is brutally murdering young people in Oyibo, River State. Will the complicity of the governor, Naisa Wike, just told them, mold down anybody with ammo tank, anybody you can find. So the government is not willing to do anything right by its people. As you know, my position is different from NSAS protest. Of course, it is what I predicted that happened. There are 3 stages that we need to go to. There will be protest, and then there will be an uprising, and then there will be a revolution. There's a protest and an uprising has taken place, but the revolution has not happened yet. It's a revolution that will change the system and that will bring the needed results to Nigerians. And let me use this opportunity to thank Nigerians out there. You did us proud, the diaspora, from South Africa to Australia to Houston, New York, Dallas,
Boston,
England, Washington, D.C.,
Also,
Boston.
One more question.
My goodness, I want to see this, Frankfurt, Germany, Italy.
Our president.
Hold on. He's still talking. Hold on. Go ahead. Sowore, are you still talking or you want him to? Huh?
I'll take the question. I'll take the question.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, so there have been these, pictures on Facebook, going on that Buhari is there, that they did his funeral, and a picture of his wife, and
we addressed that.
Like, is that real? They said he passed away like
July of 2017. My brother,
you already addressed that.
If Buhari's death is based on that video, then I'll tell you, like I say in the US, in New York, that I can then promise to sell you the Brooklyn Bridge, and I hope you buy it. That's just, they made that up to support the theory that Buhari said that. If that is the basis for, those videos are just like, they just made up a video, cut and paste, and put a narrative over it, claim that he was a journalist. My brother, if someone dies, anybody that dies have no power to determine, life. So if someone dies, even if the Queen of England dies today, it will be announced. So who is Buhari to die, and then they will now be keeping his dead body, and there will be a burial, and nobody will come and say. And then they said the AU observe a minute. So of all the 54 head of states in the AU, no one will come out and say I was aware of Buhari's death. And the FBI, the CIA, the UK.
Okay, can you keep watching? I need to take another call. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Sowore. Thanks for answering my question.
Thank you so much, my brother. And if we don't get to talk, enjoy the weekend, which starts from tomorrow. And I wish you guys luck with the US elections.
Hello, call from Nigeria. Go ahead. Gotta lower what you're watching from. Okay, call from Texas. You guys go ahead. This is the time for call now. We're having a few minutes of call, then so that this video won't be too long. Go ahead.
Hello, Papa Angel. I greet you.
I greet you too.
This is Ken Meyer.
Oh, how are you, bro?
I'm calling from Dallas, Texas. I greet my brother So.
Yes.
God bless you.
Greetings, man.
I really don't have much question because the answer is very obvious to the ones that know. But my brother Sowore, we met in Dallas when you came over, and I came from Michigan at the time.
Wow.
Yeah,
I remember now, man. Good to hear from you, man. Good to hear from you.
That was some years ago. Thank you for the good work you're doing. Thank you for all you're doing. Like I said, the answer is obvious to the wife. Keep up the good work, and God continue to bless you and your family. I wish you guys long life, good health, and strength, and God will continue to protect you, sir. God bless you. That's all I got to say. This is Ken Meyer.
Thank you.
Dallas, Texas.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thanks. So, oh boy. Okay, this is a call from Italy. Go ahead, you're on. Go ahead, 1 minute, guys. Can you lower what you're watching from? I'm having too many calls coming in. 2 minutes, everybody. Good evening. We can't hear you. How come I'm not hearing you?
I'm calling from Italy. Maybe you know me.
Yes, I know you. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to firstly speak to Mr. Omoyele Sowore.
Go ahead.
To congratulate him for his effort so far. We have all been. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. It's just calls that are coming in. You can just go ahead.
I can hear you loud and clear from here.
So far, and moreover, I want to say this to him, that he should not be distracted by some miscreants that are sending some wrong messages that are condemning his effort. I have not seen any true Nigerian who is doing what he's doing. In spite of all the challenges, all the effort by people lying and talking, bringing some flimsy and fictitious issues. But today, as I am seeing him, I'm happy, and I have been praying one day that God will grant all our efforts. Because we are tired of the situation, though we live outside Nigeria, but it doesn't take anything, doesn't depict anything from us. We are tired of these people, these ancestors that doesn't want us to be free. They don't even care about us. Their children are enjoying. They massacre us, they kill us, they dissemble us, and they make us look as if we are so stupid, we are so demeaned. And at the end of the day, they still tell us lies. They are trying to regulate everything about us. Social media, they want to regulate. Our life, they want to regulate. Our education, they've regulated. Our facilities, they've regulated. Our finance, they've regulated. What else? Then we must keep pressing until we wear our crown. We will never give up.
Thank you.
Revolution
Thank you.
now.
Guys, let's make this how can I have 100 missed call in a minute? Go ahead. You have to know where you're calling from. Oh my God, Louisiana. You just cut off somebody else. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Ola. I'm calling from Florida.
Okay.
I got a question for.
Go ahead.
Okay. I got a question for Mr. Sowore.
Okay.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead. 2 minutes.
Okay. The question is, I don't know whether this it's a fake news anyway. They said you are not supporting Yoruba nation. If your answer is yes, can you please tell me why I'm not? Thank you.
You're welcome. You can watch while he answers that, okay? Because other people guys, come on.
Oh my goodness, your line is going off. You got to get a machine that can.
They're blowing off the phone. Guys, when one person is there, you gotta wait. Is this Louisiana?
No.
Yeah, we can hear you. Oh my God. Hello.
All right, can I answer the question?
Georgia?
Good morning. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. My name is Chief Abel Oharume.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I just want to contribute to the question. And Sowore, my leader, you know me, we talked about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Okay.
The truth of the matter is this: there is nowhere in the world anybody can convince us. We know Nigeria is some certain cabals rule Nigeria, but that will not make us to accept what is not right, because we are trying to fix Nigeria today. So
Okay.
if we are trying to fix Nigeria, we should be straightforward. Buhari is not dead.
Okay.
That is just the truth, because Buhari leadership as a president of Nigeria extended to the whole world. So even though if Nigeria will accept that Buhari is dead, we have the FBI, we have the CIA, we have the Interpol.
Okay.
So Buhari is not dead. I just felt some group of people have their own reason why they came up with that option that Buhari is dead. I totally disagree, and I played the same line. I told the same line with Sowore that Buhari is still very, very much alive.
Thank you.
Thank you, my sister. God bless you.
God bless you too. So let him answer the Yoruba question first. Then we can. Somebody else is on live already. Hello.
Thank you so much.
Can you ask your question real quick so you can answer 2 at a time? Hello. Go ahead. I mute the phone, but I can't.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Go ahead. Don't worry about the sound. It's just calls coming in. Okay, I might have to take this call from Italy, I think. Go ahead, Italy. Go ahead. 2 minutes.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you.
Good evening. I'm Mary calling from Italy.
I see the number. Go ahead.
My name is Eric calling from Italy.
Okay, go ahead. We can hear you.
I'm a very big fan of Sowore, Mr. Omoyele Sowore. So
Okay.
I just want to let him know that he should be strong. He should know that the struggle will never be easy, but it will be achieved. We all know that this struggle for better Nigeria
will never be easy. But I'm just here to give him the courage that he should not step back.
They won't. You're not sure.
He should be strong. We in diaspora, we are 100% on his back. So he should, because we all are looking up to him. Now, he's the only person we are looking up to who can take Nigeria to the next level we in diaspora are hoping for. So if he step back, I think we in diaspora we totally lost our hope. So that's what I just think to add to this conversation.
Okay.
I just want to let him know he should have courage. He should not step back because many are looking up to him for the betterment of Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate this opportunity for speaking to Sowore. And thank you, Mr. Sowore. We in diaspora, we love you and we got you back.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have to give him chance to answer the Yoruba question because that won't be fair to that man. This guy is still holding. Hold on. What call is this? This is Germany. You gotta hold on. He needs to answer question. Just 1 minute. Give him 1 minute to answer that question. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Sowore.
All right.
The last. He said, "Why are you not supporting Yoruba Nation?" Come on, guys.
Yes. People say that because they don't understand probably where I'm coming from. But I will explain once again. I've explained this a million times. That the reason I don't support the breakup of Nigeria is, one, I'm a Pan-Africanist. My real life goal is to have a united African continent where you can go to any African country without a passport, just your ID card. Second is that I have looked at all the Nigerian leaders geographically, yes, and discover that just as you have wicked Yorubas, there are wicked Hausas and wicked Igbos. And if they break up Nigeria to different parts, you are going to meet your Waterloo in your own part because the bad people will just merely relocate to their. The latest example is to look at the NSAS movement.
Texas, and give us a minute, please.
Oh, thank you so much. This friend, I'm speaking from.
Yeah, I know. Can you give us a minute? He's answering one question.
I want to tell the whole world that I want people to support.
Sure, sorry.
This is the only show right now we have. I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
This is the only show right now you can do everybody to support Sowore. Now, if we support Sowore, what happens is on electrical gate will not happen. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Because the youth will not have leaders. If the youth don't have leaders, this thing cannot happen. But let everybody support Mr. Sowore. Okay. So that you can come up in full numbers. So that's the only solution you have now. If we want to take our country back. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you. Ooh, my goodness. Okay, Germany. 1 minute.
Hello?
It's gonna boil down to 1 minute now, guys. 1 minute. Go ahead, you're on.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Just go ahead.
Okay, yeah, my name is Stanley. I'm calling from Germany. So my question to Sowore is, given what has been the NSAS project,
yes,
what we saw, the northern people, the entire south of Abuja, but most northern states protested. Even their leaders, they unite and say they want SARS. And this has always played out in anything that happens in Nigeria. They not align themselves in one side, then the south.
Yes.
Instead of fighting the united Nigeria, why not the south?
Guys, don't cut his call now.
Please, let me.
Hello?
Before I forget these answers.
They just cut him off. Can you answer that? I will leave. I will not answer the phone for now. Let's let you answer that.
Yes. Because it's important to put this contextual in the right context. The first governor in the South, the first governor to say that there cannot be any NSAS movement in his state was Governor Nigerian Wike. He's not a Northerner.
Yes.
He's also the first governor, well known, to invite the army to kill people in Oyibo. He's not a Northerner. But yet,
Yes.
the North is no longer a monolithic body. There were NSAS protests in Kaduna. There's record of it. There were NSAS protests in Kano.
I
There
saw
are
that.
records of it.
Yes.
Two
Yes.
states just had one of the biggest NSAS movement protests. Is that not a northern state? There was NSAS protests in Taraba. Is that not north? There was NSAS protests in Benue.
I don't know if you see I don't know, Sowore, I don't know if you see the young northern boy that answered them when they were talking of the media regulation. That boy answered them and he knew exactly what he was talking about.
What I'm trying to say is that don't let us just be making this blanket accusation that the entire North. Look, the people who are in power know how to divide us.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So they are very quick to bring. Which of the governors do you think the governors represent their people? They don't represent their people. If the governors in the north are representing their people, why is it that they are killing people like flies in Zamfara, and the governor, instead of doing something about it, is entering into deals with the bandits? Why, if the governors are represented, do you think the people of Kaduna feels that El Rufai represents them? Maybe in the whole north, maybe there's only one governor that you can say that the people really trust. These guys are acting on their own. But you come down to the south.
Yeah.
Is Sowore a northerner? Did he not invite the same army that you claim is Fulani army to go and shoot innocent protesters? The governor of Osun State, did he not shoot people on the streets of Osun State and kill 3 people? The governor of Oyo State not allow soldiers to kill people in Ogbomoso? Did the governor of Ogun State not detain people because they disrupted the Anowambe, where Obasanjo and the rest of them were there? Are these guys not Southerners? So when you look at even the death toll, yes, the death toll from this NSAS movement, more people died in the South in the hands of their governors and their directives than died in the North. So we are talking about the useless political class across the country. People are making it sound like Southern governors are human beings and Northern governors are animals. They are all animals.
Okay, call from let's take a call from Germany. You don't have to call with video call. Can you just call regular call, please? Call regular call, please. If you want to call, just call regular call. I have 40 missed call. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you. 1 minute. Germany, go ahead.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, hello.
Go ahead. Whew. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
I mute this.
Sowore.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, hello, Sowore. I'm calling you from Germany.
Okay, he can hear you.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sowore, I just want to tell you thank you for your good work you're doing. Are you getting me?
Yes, he can
I'm
hear
hearing
you.
loud and clear, my brother. Thank you. I can hear you.
Hello?
He can hear you. He can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Let me hang up. Should I hang up?
No, you.
Should I hang up?
Okay, you already talked. Thank you.
Sowore, listening and looking carefully.
He can hear you though. That's what we're trying to tell you. He can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen. I want to throw something, and it's very, very important.
Go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen carefully. This guy, you are the next president. You are the next president of Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have it in mind, you are the next president in Nigeria.
Okay, he heard you.
It's on record now.
I mute the phone. It's the other phone. Thank you.
So,
okay.
Don't let anything distract you. Are you hearing me?
Thank you.
Are you hearing me?
He can hear you. You have 1 second. Round up.
There is something I need to tell you. It's very, very important.
Go ahead.
Hello?
go ahead. I can hear you.
Go ahead. He can hear you. Oh, goodness. Hello, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Good afternoon. So this is Mike.
Okay.
What I want to say is about Mr. Sowore. First, those who thought Buhari is dead.
I'm trying to hold on. Let me mute this phone. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's on the mute. Go ahead. People are cutting you off. It don't matter if it was in the mute or not.
So that is what's going on. His brain is not working. We all know that his brain is not working. So nobody should talk about Buhari is dead or is not dead or this. That's a very simple question. But what I want to ask Mr. Sowore is this. What happened in 2019? Is it 2019, the previous election, where we knew that they were like to march together with some young people who wanted to march together, and suddenly they break, which we now have a lot of parties. But we will hope on them, like if they march together, then we can have a strong hand. So what really happened between him and what's it called, Fela to the other? What happened between both of them, and why they could not march together? So they should let us know the reason that happened, what really happened between that time. They should explain to us what happened so we can know where to tackle this. Because if not, there will be another youth group, which at the end of the day, that thing also will still happen. So they should please explain to us what happened. We should know. Then we
Okay.
know where to move on from there. Because at this moment, there's nothing we can do. We just have to wait until 2023. Then I hope everybody can get their PVC and work on kicking out this bastard or this useless leader, this useless old man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening. Just go ahead. You guys go ahead and ask. Then we will have to pause for him to answer the 2 questions.
Angela, you also know that time we were supposed to do this within an hour. I have another meeting.
Hold on.
I have another meeting soon. So
yeah, Sowore has another meeting. So you ask your question, he will answer that, and we end this video.
I'm available to come back because I can barely even hear the questions. I think the phone calls as they're coming.
I know.
Goodness,
because the other people are cutting them off. So go ahead, ask your question. I think you'll be the last one to call, and we can always reserve few things for another day. Go ahead. Them off. I think this is like crazy. You guys, when somebody else is on the phone, California, go ahead. You're the last question now.
Yeah, actually, I don't have a question for Sowore.
Okay. Hold on, I can't even hear you now because another call is trying to cut you off. What did you say?
Oh, I said I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you to Sowore.
Okay.
For being a role model to Nigerian youth.
Okay.
I want to say thank you to Sowore for putting his life on the line for Nigeria's democracy.
Okay.
I want to say thank you to Sowore for leaving the comfort
for living his comfort zone in New Jersey.
Exactly.
I'm going to Nigeria and taking all this chance, man. I love you. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to get a chance to come out there in Nigeria and volunteer for AAC. I'm telling you, man. I pray that, all your effort won't go in vain.
Okay.